guys have to see how men treat women that they don't find conventionally attractive in person in real time. It's actually so disgusting. Kind of turns me off from all men and very, very disrespectful. Okay, so a few weeks ago, I was in Washington with my friend, and we went out with some guys, and the guys were really cool. You know, they paid for our food, paid for our drinks, whatever.
We interrupt this program to prescribe you with 1,000 milligrams of red vitamins.
Right here, right now. It's the right time, It's the right sound. Right now. Tell the whole pipe down. Tell the nigga pipe down.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's your boy Reclaim Your Throne coming at you with another crazy video. But first, my goal is to get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. You already know. Reclaim your throne.
It's not a red flag, but it's a halt for sure if a man is childless or has never been married.
Why?
Because I feel like, have you really fully ever really committed to anything in your life?
So, okay, right? So, commitment, are you saying that a committing to a relationship?
Like, I just feel like
a higher regard than committing to maybe like his job.
Yeah.
You know what
I'm saying it like, yeah, but but you committed to a job.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying is, it's hard being in relationships. And for a fact, I know a man that has a child or has been in a marriage, especially a long-term marriage, even if it wasn't successful, understands what it is to be in something even when you don't want to be there. And I feel like when you don't have a tie to something, you can make those decisions. Like, I don't want to do this shit.
Yeah.
And I feel like when you introduce kids, when you understand the depths of having a child or being married, you view things differently. In my opinion, I want a man with kids. I want to see how I have kids. Mm-hmm. I want to see who you are as a father. I don't have the time to be gambling to figure out who you are as a dad. That's something that I need to know how you. This is the thing about the devil you know thing, right?
Yeah.
Because I have kids.
Yeah.
So there's a part of needing to know certain things before I enter into them because of the sake of it's not just me.
Okay, so we have a woman who is breaking down why she prefers a man with kids. And honestly, I think that her answer was very mature. Now, I don't know her personally. I don't know how she dates and all this kind of stuff. I mean, she has kids out of wedlock, obviously. So she is a single mother. So it shows that in the past, she was making very immature decisions. However, now it looks like she is more focused on giving her kids a good life. So I'm not mad at the fact that she wants a man with kids. Okay, that makes perfect sense. But the thing is, she has to get it's going to be hard to get a man who has kids, who has custody of his kids, especially a black man who has custody of his kids is going to be very difficult. And maybe it's better that way for her that he doesn't have custody because he can focus his attention on her kids. But I think it is a disservice to his biological kids unless it's going to be a blended family situation. But, you know, I'm not really mad at her take because she has kids. She's getting overweight, okay? So she is settling by dealing with a man with kids, okay? So when these women say, oh, I'll never settle. Yes, they will. When their back is against the wall, they got kids from different men, and they still want to date. They still want to get their back blown out. They will settle either financially or their standards on a man being childless or their standards on a man being previously married. As they get older, their standards do change. And at the end of the day, everybody settles on something. Nobody's getting their perfect mate, their perfect match. But at the end of the day, you are going to have to settle on something. And this, I think, is a very mature take from this woman because, I mean, facially, she still is attractive, but you can see her body is lacking. It looks like she's not really spending enough time in the gym. So she actually deserves less, okay? She deserves less when it comes to the sexual marketplace. Now, I'm not saying a man with kids is less, but a man with kids is less desirable than a man without kids, okay? Just in the grand scheme of things, if you're looking at it objectively, when it comes to providing for resources and the amount of expendable resources he has without kids versus with kids, it's a lot different dynamic, and he's under a lot more pressure when he has children. So his movements and his time is going to be regulated to serving his children, and I think there can be I hate using the word toxic, but there could be an adversarial dynamic between her providing for her kids and him providing for his kids. You see this a lot in blended families where the mother's going to take her kid's side. The father's going to, most of the time, the father ends up taking the mother's kid's side because happy wife, happy life is how men are conditioned in the West. Especially in the black matriarchy, you have black male simps who would literally take the word of the stepmom or the stepchildren over his own children, and that happens a lot, and it can be confusing, and it can hurt the biological children to the father because he's acquiescing to the woman who is, to the child is an alien, especially if she didn't, if those children did not meet that woman at a very young age. So very interesting dynamic here. I definitely want to know what you guys think about it in the comments.
You guys have to see how men treat women that they don't find conventionally attractive in person in real time. It's actually so disgusting. Kind of turns me off from all men and very, very disrespectful. Okay, so a few weeks ago, I was in Washington with my friend, and we went out with some guys, and the guys were really cool. They paid for our food, paid for our drinks, whatever. And it was really, it was really nice. It was an experience. The guys were super polite, complimenting us, whatever. My friend had knew them prior. I didn't know them, but they were really, really nice to me, very friendly, asking a lot of questions. Oh, babe, what do you want? We got it, whatever. So from the dinner, because we had went to dinner, we had proceeded to go to the next location, which was a hookah lounge. So we went to that hookah lounge, and once we got to the hookah lounge, my friend was like, oh, I'm going to have another friend, come, and she's going to link up with us. So the other friend, she came and she linked up with us. Sorry, guys. And once the friend got there, it's just like the vibes got weird. Everybody got quiet. The guys were looking at each other. And this was a beautiful black girl. I don't think it was anything wrong, but it's like, I feel like when you don't fit a certain standard of beauty, men equate that to being ugly or societal beauty standards. But there was nothing wrong with the girl. She was a gorgeous black girl. You get what I'm saying? Maybe because, I don't know, she had a bald head or whatever, and I don't know, maybe because she didn't have a 613 bust down, I don't know, or a jet black bust down, I don't know. They were just whatever. So it's only two guys. So when she first meets the first guy didn't even want to shake her hand. You get what I'm saying? He's turning his head, he's not even saying two words. And the other guy, when she goes to reach in to shake his hand, he kind of moves his hands and does Dr. Umar prayer hands. He gives her prayer hands I don't really want to be touched. So the vibe was just weird. And they're looking at each other, exchanging glances, and they're laughing. And I'm thinking in my head, and they're looking at me because, I've got a big smile on my face because I'm a generally happy person. And I'm, peeping what's going on. So I'm, looking I think they thought that I was kind of in on the joke with them. But that's not me. I'm a girl's girl. So later on, me and my friend, the guys, we leave. And then I addressed the situation because I have a big mouth and I'm working on it, but whatever. So I addressed the situation. I was like, what happened back there? And they just get to laugh, and they think it's the funniest thing in the world. And I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, LOL, what's so funny? They're like, LOL, you peeped all of that. And I'm like, of course I peeped all of that. And they were like, LOL, just trying to play it off. And I'm like, yeah, but it wasn't funny. And so it's funny because it's both of them were trying to talk to me and exchange numbers with me, and it's I would never talk to y'all because I don't like how y'all date women. I don't like how y'all treat women. That was a turn off. Not my type no more. Because I feel like you should have respect for all women. I'm not saying I want a friendly man. I'm not saying I want to, a man that's always shaking somebody's hand or whatever. But I want a man that teaches women. I mean, not teaches women. I want a man that deals with all women with a certain level of respect. Because you didn't find her attractive, you didn't want to shake her hand. Like, that's corny. Get out of here. Like, that's not the vibe. That's ill. But I just wanted to get on TikTok and rant to you guys a little bit and let you know, and I wanted to know y'all ideologies on this as well, because I kind of think this type of behavior is disgusting and we need to call it out. Ill, gross. Anyway, have a good rest of you guys' day. Bye.
All right, so you guys heard that, and this is very much a high maintenance woman. You can see she's in a Maserati sedan. So I mean, either she's sponsored or she is in some type of business class or social media, whatever, social media influencer. She is upset that her friend got shafted during this two-man mission. And the reality is, let's keep it a buck. She probably still hitting them up. She probably still let them clap the cheeks. Don't let her lie to you on TikTok and act like, oh, I'm a girl's girl. I would never deal with these dudes no more. Yeah, right. They paid for the whole night and you're still going to let them clap the cheeks. It just might take a little longer. They might have to present a different face. But the reality is, the reason why potentially these men did not want to shake this bald woman's head is because there are a lot of LGBT trans people out there, and they could have mistaken this bald woman for a trans individual. See, I told you guys, bald women are never attractive. She said, oh, it was a gorgeous, like, you can't be gorgeous if you're bald, bruh. I mean, only a select few can pull it off, and even then, it's just like, okay, you'd look a lot better with hair. It's so funny that these women do the big chop and then they expect to get attention from men, positive sexual attention from men, and it just doesn't work. You're not cute no more. You chopped off your head. You look like a freaking man. Most bald women are masculine. So it's just like, dude, that's not what we're rocking with. Like I said, I'm not saying that you can't pull it off. You have to have a banging body. You have to have a crazy body to pull off the bald look as a woman. And a lot of these chicks, they will go bald. They got a roughneck ninja face, okay? You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how these chicks be looking with the strong brow, right? They got a strong brow, a strong face. They go bald headed. They ain't got no body, A-cup titties, and they think they're going to go outside and get the same attention that they were when they had hair. I'm sorry, no ma'am. I can understand if you're doing the big chop and you damage your hair with the weave. She talking about bust down. Oh, she didn't have a 30-inch bust down. The black lace. Yeah. The men, we're not really into the weaves and all that kind of stuff, bro. and if you are wearing weave, I'm going to just assume you bald anyway. Okay? Because why are you not wearing your natural hair? But that's neither here nor there. It's not about the fact that she didn't have weave. It's the fact that she didn't have any hair at all. Okay? If you want to rock the natural look, but grow the hair out, okay? Your hair can get long naturally. A lot of these sisters be making excuses about how their hair ain't growing and this and third. It's because you're putting all these damn chemicals in it and you're heating your hair all the damn time, and then you leave the weave in for freaking 60 days, 90 days, and then you're building up a whole bunch of bacteria and a whole bunch of sweat and different fluids that are blocking your hair follicles from sprouting out of your head, okay? I mean, your head needs sunlight, man. Your head needs some vitamin D. And these women, it's just like, I don't know. They think that they have to put on a weave to have long hair. And it's just like, baby, if you just would have grown your hair out and never cut it from a child, you would have that 30-inch lace, that bust down that you're talking about, you would have that on your own head, and you wouldn't have to be borrowing it from some 13-year-old Indian girl or 13-year-old Nepali woman. Like, I mean, it's crazy. But this is what we're dealing with nowadays. And she's talking about, oh, this is how men treat ugly women. Let's talk about how women treat ugly men. Now, obviously, you boy, Reclaim ain't no ugly ninja, you feel me? But because they watch my videos and they'll see the video, they'll be like, oh, well, you ugly now because of the way that you talk. And oh, like she said, unattracted, you're not my type no more. Yeah, they were her type. They were having the ability to bust her down. She was physically attracted to them, but because they treated her bald friend some type of way, now they're not attracted anymore. Allegedly, she's saying that for TikTok, but I guarantee one of them dudes has hit, is hitting right now, or will hit in the future. I promise you, especially if they paid for the whole thing, the whole shindig. I promise you, either one of them has hit, is currently hitting, or will hit in the future. I guarantee that. I will put that on everything, bro. Because a lot of these women like to act for the camera. But really, they know who they want, and they know who they want in many cases is rare, especially the way that these brothers was putting it down. So, my advice is, if the woman has an ugly duckling friend, treat her nicely. Okay, say, yo, what's good, da-da-da-da, ba-ba-bap, ba-bap, ba-bap. Shake her hand. I don't know about the shaking the hand thing, because she could have been trans. So it's like, okay, dap her up. Give her a dap. What's good, my bruh? You know what I'm saying? Hit her with the, what's good, dog? The elbow joint. I mean, that's cool too. I wouldn't be like in the corner whispering and doing all this weird. I mean, and I hate when people say, oh, they're weird. They're weird. I would say it is not socially adept to be, oh, we shook her hand. Oh, all right, bro, we're whispering about her. Nah, you know what I'm saying? I think you could have handled it a lot better. If she was blatantly disrespectful, then yeah, clown the chick. But it doesn't seem like the bald woman was disrespectful. She was just unattractive because she's bald. And ninjas don't know, is this a bald chick or a trans dude? We don't know. So we're not like men will have these conversations. They probably had a conversation either that week or the same day. Like, bro, I ain't messing with no bald chick because I don't know if she trans. I don't know if they. This is a real conversation that men have. So we just sworn off all bald people because you don't know if it's a man or a woman at the end of the day, because there's so many trans people out here that women are advocating for. So, moral of the story is, for the men, guys, you got to play it way cooler if you're trying to get the box. You know what I'm saying? Like, the ugly duckling friend, slick is a blessing, especially if she's not cock blocking, because it can show how strong your personality is, that you can deal with anybody and you can make anybody fall in love with you. Here's the thing about being a man. You have to make the friends fall in love with you. Okay? It's almost like when you're with the friend of some girl that you're interested in, you have to make the friend fall in love with the way that you move. Okay? And then once you do that, then everything else will fall into place, and then the woman that you're actually interested in will get the approval from the mother hen or the ugly duckling friend, and that's how you do that. For the women, just understand that when you go bald, we are not going to be attracted to you no more. The only ones who are probably going to be attracted to you are low-tier Malcolms. Let me repeat, low-tier Malcolms, which I love all my Malcolms, mildly attractive, lucrative, communicative, operational, likable men, okay? Those are my dogs, but we have levels to this ish, okay? There is a food pyramid when it comes to Malcolms. You got the massively attractive, lucrative, communicative, operational, likable man, okay? You got the mildly attractive, lucrative, communicative, operational, likable man. You have the medium ugly, lucrative, communicative, operational, likable man. And then you have the massively ugly, lucrative, communicative, operational, likable man. And all of these lucrative, communicative, operational, likable men, they don't like bald women. But a massively ugly, lucrative, communicative, operational, likable Malcolm will settle for a bald woman, okay? Because he ain't got no other choice. All right? You know what I'm saying? If he doesn't settle for the fat chicks, if he doesn't settle for the big chicks, if he don't settle for the bald-headed chicks, then if he don't settle for the masculine-looking chicks, then he ain't gonna get nothing. So he's just doing what he can to survive out here in these streets. And I don't put it past him, you know what I'm saying? I don't blame him or judge him for that. I just understand, you ain't really having it like you. Don't be talking like you having it if you ain't having. If you haven't, okay, you can flex that, but you can't flex no bald chick, bruh, unless she's Amber Rose, in the early 2000s. That's the only bald chick that you're really flexing. Other than that, I can't think of another attractive bald chick, bro. I just can't. And if you're bald, you have to have a body that is like an hourglass to even get away with it. and be attractive to men. Now women, they gonna say, oh, you're gorgeous, you're so beautiful, your face is giving. No. It's giving man, it's giving trans, it's giving masculine, it's giving I'm gonna slap you on the head like y'all know how we, when we had bald homies, we slap them on the back of the neck. You get that high top fade and you slap that, boom, slap that neck. Boy, I want to palm that head, bruh. Like, but it's just not attractive. And then it's also weird if you're, if you're gonna dive in those deep waters. It's just like, bro, I can't imagine myself hitting a bald chick from the back. Like, the back shots are going to give homosexuality, bro. Because how can you be hitting a bald chick from the back and still think this is a man? Now, obviously, I'm saying this in jest, but it's real, though. Like, it's just like, bro, it doesn't work, man. It just doesn't work. A large amount of a woman's femininity is her crown. And if the crown is whack, then the top is whack, then the head is whack, and it goes head, neck, shoulders, knees, toes, everything else is whack if the head ain't rocking. That's why we got butterfaces out here. She's a butterface, except she's a trans-adjacent butterface. Every bald chick that is bald and doesn't have a banging body, I'm talking about an outstanding body that you're going to look at it and be like, okay, she definitely has curves, even in sweatpants, hair tie, chilling with no makeup on, right? She can't really tie the hair. She got to put a little bantu knot in the back of that thing, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, it's just like, dude, when are y'all going to be done with this bald stuff? I can understand if you Jada Pinkett and you got alopecia and you want us to keep your name out your motherfucking mouth, but it's not going, it's not giving, it's not attractive. You look like a dude, you look like you're a transformer, and black men are just not interested in that. So you already know what it is. It's your boy ReclaimYourThrone. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Send your relationship request to the email down below with a screenshot of your CashApp so I know you're paying your tithes, man. Y'all already be on your motherfucking name with the BS. You already know. Reclaim Your Throne.
Become an elite level athlete? Well, look no further. The Reclaim Your Throne Elite D1 training course is all you need to take your performance from subpar to the creme de la creme of athletes all around the world. The purpose of this course is to give you a comprehensive weight training, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance program that is meant to prepare young athletes for collegiate and professional sports. This course is packed with over 2 hours of creative, action-packed lifts narrated and coached by yours truly to assure increased strength, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance. Hey, I get it. Training alone can be tough and can even make you feel misguided or somewhat unmotivated. But with this course, I walk you step by step through each and every lift to make sure you're using the proper form to prevent injuries and that you're hitting the correct muscle groups to render maximum results. So what are you waiting for? It's now or never. So go ahead and get the training course today so you too can reclaim your throne.